This is the big one, Lake Havasu City, the World Outboard Championship. 114 boats run for a purse of $50,000. The site is the Colorado River on the Arizona-California border. For boat number 30, Jim McConnell, the finish will hold special meaning. McConnell nearly scored in 2 major races, Paris and Berlin, before this one. Now he seeks a change in fortune. Boat number 33, Caesar Scotti from Nesso, Italy, also looks to victory. Scotti, like McConnell, races under the banner of Evinrude Motors. Scotti pilots a 21-foot Molinari boat with a twin installation of 115 horsepower outboards. He drives with discipline. He is a graduate of marathons throughout Europe, South Africa, and the United States. Scotti pilots with precision in his drive for the title. Long before Havasu, Scotti bids for recognition in the Gold Coast Marathon. This is the Marine Stadium, Miami, Florida. This race is for single-engine boats. It covers a distance of 225 miles, 90 laps on a 2.5-mile course. Scotti holds the lead for 13 laps, then makes a pit stop. Jim McConnell is Scotti's closest competition. Scotti roars home at an average speed of 65 miles an hour. In winning, he takes 54 lap prizes. Paris. There is a low ceiling in the City of Light. The 6 hours of Paris gets underway on a misty Sunday morning. This marathon is held on the River Seine. Local boating buffs refer to the marathon as their Grand Prix. The race is probably the only one held in the heart of a major city. The race is sponsored by the Motor Yacht Club of France. It is endorsed by the Ministry of Sports and the Committee for Celebrations in the city of Paris. With these credentials, it's bound to succeed. Length of the course is 5 kilometers, or 3 miles. Scotti, number 18, is hopeful of repeating his victory of the Gold Coast Marathon. Scotti's boat is an 18-foot Molinari. It mounts an Evinrude 115. The boat is a tunnel design. Its hull has twin sponsons forming a tunnel between them. Air inside the tunnel helps support the weight of the boat, giving it greater speed. Surging through the field, Scotti sets a new lap record of nearly 75 miles an hour. There are residual benefits to a race in Paris, not the least of which is watching girls. Race fans are seldom disappointed. Co-driver Carlino comes aboard during refueling. The scoreboard shows number 18, Scotty, leading through the first 4 hours. OMC's Jack Leake and Charlie Strang are interested spectators. "30 minutes before the finish, Scotty hits misfortune. He had led for nearly 5.5 hours. Scotty's cousin, Renato Molinari, goes on to win. The German Outboard Club is host to drivers in Berlin. The time, just 1 week after Paris. There are 74 entrants in the race. This is another marathon, the 6 Hours of Berlin. The race is run on the River Havasu. The event is international. The appetizer, a local specialty. They're underway, starting 30 minutes late because of fog. This time, the 115s get out in front and stay there. Spectators lose sight of the race as fog hides the boats. Johnny Sanders and Rich McKinley with a Johnson Molinari become the winners. Scotty and McConnell finish behind the leader. South African Laurie Sykes is second overall with an Evinrude. Paris winner Renato Molinari is badly beaten. Lake Elsinore, Southern California. It's a star-spangled west of the Rockies regatta, just 60 miles from the City of Angels. Scotty misses this one. He's racing in Europe. The race is open to inboards, outboards, drag boats, sprint boats. At Elsinore, it's kooky, it's campy. It's a carnival, a caper. It's big, splashy, and just slightly daffy. It's Racing USA. OMC uses this one as a proving ground for new equipment. Don Pruitt takes this 500-miler. Jimbo McConnell, number 138, tests a new combination and pronounces it ready for the big one. Lake Havasu, time for the main event. Peaceful as it looks, there's action in the pits. Now they drive for the world title. Total purse, $50,000, with $15,000 to the winner. Evinrude's first team makes the scene. On hand are Hugh Entrop, designer of Starflight 4, the boat that holds the world speed record for outboards. Engine man Doc Jones, who planned the assault on the world record. Jerry Wallen, who set the record by driving Starflight 4 at more than 131 miles an hour. Wallen established the record just a few miles from here in 1966. For this race, he co-drives with veteran Dick Sharp of Seattle. Indianapolis Speedway champ Jim Hurtubise, competing in this race for the second year. The Flying Canuck, Ray Fernandez's entry from Ontario. Jim McConnell, a former California high point champion. He's a truly Native American, a descendant of the Cherokees. Fred Howenstein, aircraft engineer, another former high point champ in California. Ron Hill, 24 years old, Commodore of the Southern California Outboard Association. Bill Wiles of Kansas City, an endurance racer for the past 5 years. The Bergauer brothers from Milwaukee, racing as a team. Both are members of the Gulf Racing Hall of Fame. Caesar Scotty, age 32, second overall at Havasu last year. A tough competitor, resolute, a man with a single purpose, to win. Jack Leake is manager of the High Performance Department, Outboard Marine Corporation. Jack also manages OMC's racing team. He points out that racing is important as a showcase for product. When you've got a winner, you've got money in the bank. There's another important aspect.
We have 2 test bases in Florida. We devote a lot of engineering money to them and a lot of time. We have drivers running our engines and boats 24 hours a day there. We find out a lot of problems and we correct them in engineering. This is typical of any engineering plant where we've got a proving ground. Yet we can't find everything or all the problems in the proving ground. You might say there's no substitute for open competition. We get those engines out on the race course, we find problems and we correct them. And these corrections or improvements show up maybe in next year's product.
The World Championship is a 2-day event. 114 boats start the race. Only 45 will be running at the finish.
20 seconds and counting.
The course is 4 miles long in the shape of a boomerang. It's run 4 hours each day. The winner is the driver covering the most miles in 8 hours.
4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Don Pruitt, number 112, takes an early lead. Scotty is third after the first hour. Dick Sharp, driving smoothly, has won several titles in the Pacific Northwest. Scotty moves to second place after 3 hours, then duels Bill Petty, number 170, for the lead. Scotty drives with such precision that he is clocked within 2 seconds on every lap. At the end of the first day, Scotty accounts for 69 laps. The scoreboard tells the story. On the second day's running, Scotty takes an early lead. Jack Leake says this about the new breed European driver.
It used to be that the American drivers would go to Europe and we could practically bluff them off the course in the first turn. This isn't true anymore. We've got a few drivers like Caesar Scotty from Italy, Renato Molinari from Italy, that certainly aren't going to be bluffed off the course, and they're as hard a drivers as we've got in the United States.
One of Scotty's top competitors bites the water. Team manager Jack Leake comments on the action.
Boat racing is a very demanding sport. You have to keep the equipment in top shape all the time, especially for the big enduro races.
McConnell refuels. Leadfoot Jimbo won the Needles Marathon a few miles from here just a month ago. The race is hot, hotter for some than others. Scotty's pit stop is less than a minute. Fuel capacity of the boat is 70 gallons. Scotty has also claimed an 8-lap victory in the South African 6-hour enduro. Unrelenting, Scotty drives for the title. Johnny Sanders' always tough competition is just that at Havasu. Ron Hill's boat isn't as fast as some, but he drives it beautifully. Scotty steers down the straightaway at slightly more than 100 miles an hour. He's over the line. Caesar Scotty setting a new world record. 584 miles at an average speed of 73 miles an hour. For Scotty, this was the title drive. He rode for the title, and he won it. Johnny Sanders finishes a lap and a half behind. Few drivers combine the skill, the tenacity, the control of boat and self as Scotty. Outboard Marine's Ralph Evinrude is among the first to acknowledge a stunning performance. It's a big day for Jimbo McConnell, 6th overall, first single engine. Evinrude's Bob West extends a cordial reception. The accolades go to Caesar Scotty, but the sense of achievement goes to all who finish. For this is the big one, the World Championship, and to be a part of it is to accept the greatest challenge in outboard racing.